What's good, people? It's your boy Icarus Gray, and this is my top 5 anime of 2021. Let's get into the video, shall we? So in terms of anime, there wasn't too many that I got excited about, so to have a list of 5 is pretty pivotal for me, especially given our overload of isekais and so many other animes that just were subpar and either didn't have a good story or didn't hold my attention. I'm pleased to share this list with you. Before I do though, make sure you leave your favorite animes of this year down in the comments. Give me some new things that I should watch and probably should check out. Let's get into the list. Number 5, Comey Can't Communicate. One of Netflix's new flagship animes that they've shown is one that took my heart by storm. To say that Tadano and Comey are cute is kind of an understatement. To say that it's wholesome, to say that it's something that is feel good is also an understatement. This is one of those animes that I think that when you watch with your significant other or when you watch with somebody who's kind of new to anime, they're just gonna love it. All of the characters are very unique and very distinct from one another. And while the fan service can be over the top a little bit, I think there's still a special place in the heart for this wholesome communication, relationship building anime that I think is something that'll really resonate with people for years to come. I highly recommend watching it for a couple of reasons. One, I think it's a good entry point for any new anime fan that is looking for something that isn't too extreme or isn't a shonen. Two, I think the art style and the drawing is amazing, and the comedy is something that you'll continuously keep coming back for. It's one of those you want to see where everything is going and how it's going to end up kind of anime. So check out my number 5, Comey Can't Communicate. Number 4, Blue Period. Now, I'm not an artist by any stretch of the term. I'm just a creative who likes to rap from time to time and use my words as my canvas. See what I did there? No, too cheesy. Wow. Lucky for you, this anime is not as cheesy as I am. It's a journey on finding your passion, finding your dreams, and I love it for that. I love how it follows the journey of someone finding their true calling, finding something that they can be devoted in, finding something that they can get lost in. That's the true meaning of this anime. You're given a protagonist who just wants to find himself. And not only does he want to find himself, he wants to succeed at that. And that's something that can often be scary, often be hard. I mean, going from high school to college, picking a major is one of the most pivotal life moments that some of us have. It's also incredibly life-changing in such a way that we're always worried of if we made the right choice or not. And they explore that in this slice of life anime that's also from Netflix. They're kind of 2 for 2 on my list right now, if you're seeing a pattern here. I recommend this for more if you're looking for inspiration. If you're a creative that kind of wants to remember why you started doing all of this in the first place, maybe why you started a YouTube channel or why you started doing music, this is one of those reminders that just speaks to your soul and speaks to why creators create. And that's why it's one of my favorites. And you should check out my number 4, Blue Period. Number 3. Okay, I'm kind of cheating here. Yes, it's an anime, but it's a movie, but it's also a continuation of season 1 of an anime and it's canon, so it's gonna count. If you haven't guessed already, it's Demon Slayer the Mugen Train movie. It's one of the most beautiful movies I've seen all year. I don't know what else to say, but Rengoku Senpai, you're a GOAT. For only being in a movie, you really left an imprint on so many people. And that shows just how well the Demon Slayer writers, how well the creative team is doing, and just how well this anime is being received by everyone. It's a treat when we get these canon anime movies that add more to the lore of what we're already watching, that builds out the world, that builds out the universe. And it's kind of hard to say that when the set piece was just a train, but it really showed us the level of what Hashishiras are and even what the upper demons are in this movie. It gave us more depth about the characters. It showed more of a connection between Zenitsu and Nezuko. I mean, even if it was in his mind and in his dreams, there's growth in Inosuke, there's growth in Tanjiro, and there's growth in their relationship as friends and in their understanding of the undertaking that they've decided to go on in becoming demon slayers. That there's still another obstacle that they have to climb, and it was all beautifully illustrated. I had no complaints about the movie whatsoever. It was truly a gratifying experience, and I'm glad I got to see it. I'm extremely excited to continue watching season 2 in the entertainment district and just see more of how they're gonna bring this epic anime to life. I mean, I'm not wearing this shirt for nothing. And that would be my number 3 Demon Slayer Mugen Train. Number 2, Talked Up Destiny. So, this one snuck up on me a bit. It's an anime that's preceding a mobile game release. It's reminiscent of the debut of Pokemon and how they came out with the anime and the game all at the same time to kind of help promote the worldwide phenomenon that it is. Oddly, I kind of get the same feelings from this anime. When I wasn't able to find a manga and when I wasn't able to find a light novel, I was quickly discouraged a bit until I found out that there was a game releasing later on this year, or so I thought. Now, while it's been delayed a bit, that actually kind of excites me because I think that they're really going to take their time with it as they took their time with this anime. There are big complaints with the ending, but that's not what we're going to talk about here, or at least not in this video. The reason this is so high on the list for me is because it concerns music, which is one of my favorite things in this world. And I think they sprinkled in a little bit of fan service specifically to me because in the first episode, they used my favorite sonata ever, which is Moonlight Sonata. And yeah, I was hooked from there. I'd recommend this one because I think that it's really quick, it's really easy to watch. You learn a lot, you can kind of see where they're building different things for the game, and you kind of just feel like you're along for a really nice ride, a really cool love story, and something that's kind of left open-ended to where the game will make sense to you if you decide to play it. But like I said, it's something that just makes you feel good, and it's about music and its importance to the world, a sentiment that I share deeply with this anime. Number 2, Talk Up Destiny. Number 1. Okay, this should be no surprise to you. If you listen to the Gray Area Anime Podcast, which you should check out, which will be returning January 2022, it's ReZero Season 2, Part 2. Come on, guys. What did you expect? I mean, what do I need to say here other than, Subaru is king, Emilia Tyne, Rem, where are you? Garfield, Roswell's a Okay, I'm all over the place. I'm talking about characters and so many different things, but I've grown to love this series. It's one of my favorite animes. I mean, between it and Bleach, which probably fight for number 1 most often, it's one of those amazing experiences which takes the isekai genre and is kind of the one that I feel like spurned this onslaught of isekais that either make no sense or are just dry. ReZero is not that. If you're a fan of mystery, if you're a fan of horror, if you're a fan of gore, this is the anime for you. But it doesn't just stop there. If you're a fan of romance, if you're a fan of growth, if you're a fan of introspection to yourself, this is that anime. I rant and I rave about it. I talk so often about it because not only is it excellently written, it's excellently shown. I mean, they did a whole director's cut so that they could be ready to do season 2. And even the glimpses they show us of what's to come, I mean, it's just amazing. A perfect 10 out of 10 for me. I recommend that you really check this one out, whether you're a newbie or whether you're a vet or whether you've been living under a rock. It's one of my favorite phrases, as you guys can tell by now, because this anime quite possibly changed my life. It's been with me for a very long time and has inspired me to be better, has inspired me to continue trying. And, when you start life at 0, it's only the beginning. So, like I said, What's your favorite anime? Leave it down in the comments. Make sure you like, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell so you can be notified for every time that we go live with a video. We'll see you in 2022. Peace.
Hi.